Welcome to the League of Nerds comic book segment number 93. I'm John Cooney here to talk to you about comics released the 6th of November 2013. Beginning as usual with my first 5, meaning these are the first 5 books I intend to read this week, and I'll give you a little more depth on them, starting with at number 1, Amazing X-Men number 1. An amazing new era for the X-Men starts here. Ever since Nightcrawler's death in X-Men Messiah Complex, the X-Men have been without their heart and soul. After learning that their friend may not be gone after all, it's up to Wolverine, Storm, Beast, Iceman, Northstar, and Firestar to find and bring back the fan-favorite Fuzzy Blue Elf. Superstar artist Ed McGuinness of Hulk joins Master X writer Jason Aaron of Wolverine and the X-Men and X-Men Schism to bring you the most exciting comic on the stands. Series writer Jason Aaron explained his plans for Nightcrawler. Quote, Kurt will have his hands full for the foreseeable future just surviving the evil machinations of his dad Azazel and his demonic pirates who are terrorizing the afterlife. Assuming he makes it through that, there's still the little matter of Kurt being dead. Close quote. He went on to say, quote, Kurt is a troubled and tragic guy, sure, but what I'm trying to do right out of the gate is to get back to the old school swashbuckling Kurt. Within the first few pages of Amazing X-Men number 1, Kurt has a sword in each hand and is bamfing around like crazy, kicking butt and talking smack. That doesn't mean he'll be all fluff though, just that he's totally in his element in this story right out of the gate. Close quote. Number 2, we have Forever Evil number 3 of 7. The first universe-wide event of the New 52 continues to explode across the DC universe. With the world under the rule of the mysterious and deadly crime syndicate and our greatest heroes dead, it's up to the unlikeliest of defenders to rise up and save us. Humanity's only hope? Lex Luthor? Plus a startling revolution about the dark secret of the Syndicate's mission on Earth and what it means for the future of the DC Universe and its heroes and villains. Series artist David Finch shared what it's like to work on this series. Quote, It's an absolute blast. It seems like villains have more range than heroes do. There's so much more for me to play with. I'm a few issues ahead right now and things are happening. Obviously, I can't say what. It's some crazy stuff and I'm pretty sure a lot of people will be upset with us. Close quote. At number 3, we have Detective Comics number 25, a Batman zero-year tie-in. James Gordon confronts the corrupt elements in the GCPD and the vigilante known as Batman. Series writer John Layman explained his part in the zero-year story. Quote, My issue is before Batman and Gordon even officially meet. It's the warm-up to their meeting and a prelude to their inevitable partnership. Close quote. He went on to explain how he adjusts for the tie-in stories. Quote, I'm treating Detective a little like jazz. While I have a long-range plans, a lot of it's improv, and I'm prepared to dodge and swerve at a moment's notice in order to accommodate other things, crossovers and special events and whatnot. It also helps that I'm trying to do issues relatively self-contained. Each issue is a case or some aspect of a case. This allows me to be spontaneous with new stories as company-wide or Bat Universe-wide events occur. Close quote. At number 4, we have Cataclysm, The Ultimate's Last Stand, number 1 of 5. The biggest Ultimate event yet, Marvel's Galactus versus the Ultimates. Age of Ultron ripped a hole into the Ultimate Universe. Galactus came through, hungry. Is this the last stand of the Ultimate Heroes? Series writer Brian Michael Bendis spoke about his plans for Cataclysm. Quote, Well, Galactus will, not to spoil hunger, head to Earth, and he also will figure out that he's not in his normal universe. He needs to feed, and really the only thing keeping him from eating the normal Marvel Universe Earth is Reed Richards, who has used a whole bag of tricks to keep him away from Earth all these years. So realizing that he can take the Earth without worrying about Reed Richards, he does so. What you're going to see from the very first issue is not only a reunion between me and Mark Bagley, we were the first people to draw and write the Ultimate Universe, but we're going to see Galactus really go at it while the Ultimates try to figure out a way to take him out before he eats the planet without really knowing what he is or where he came from. That sets up a whole different set of problems because they figure out he's Galactus, but they just can't send him back where he came from. He's just going to eat something else, and that's not very heroic. They literally can't kill him. They don't know how. They don't have the firepower, and they can't figure out how without killing themselves. So it's a real conundrum, and it very well may be the beginning of the end of the Ultimate Universe. Close quote. And at number 5, we have Action Comics number 25. This Batman zero-year tie-in features the reintroduction of a major character. A cocky young Superman battles the forces of nature to save Gotham City, while a woman from his past tries to do the same thing on a smaller scale, but both are heading for a collision course. Series writer Greg Pak shared his feelings about the book. Quote, I've had a huge amount of fun writing the young t-shirt and work boot Superman in the first Batman-Superman storyline, so I was immediately intrigued by the possibility of doing another story in the general time period for the 0-year tie-in. We're going to see a young, cocky Superman testing his limits by taking on what might be a most powerful opponent he could ever find. In short, for the first time, Clark begins to think he might be an actual force of nature. We'll see if he's right. I also love the idea of launching my action run with the story set in the past. It's a great way to start the character at the beginning and lay out some of the big themes we're thinking about in a big way. And the nice capper is that Scott Snyder's one of my favorite people in comics, and I was thrilled by the chance to come over and play in his backyard. Close quote. Rounding out the top 10 at number 6, we've got the Star Wars number 3, continuing the adaptation of the original George Lucas draft of Star Wars. A queen steps down, the hidden fortress destroyed, the Imperial Army on the march, Anakin Starkiller and Princess Leia rescue 2 wayward droids in the desert, Darth Vader recruits a famous Knight of the Sith to his army, and a squad of laser sword-wielding stormtroopers attempt to arrest Jedi General Luke Skywalker. At number 7, we have Trillium number 4 of 8. Everything Nick and William thought they knew is thrown into question as the world of Trillium is twisted inside out. New universes emerge in the wake of last issue's shocking ending, and William and Nika find themselves more lost than ever. At number 8, we've got Mighty Avengers number 3, Infinity Tie-In. The Blue Marvel joins the fight, and the Ebony Maw makes his move. The plague of demons is raging through Manhattan, and the only Avenger who can defeat them is Spider Hero? What? Seriously, who is this guy? At number 9, we've got Morning Glories number 34 with the solicit Left Unsaid. And at number 10, we've got 10 Grand number 5. Joe Fitzgerald has crossed into hell itself in an attempt to rescue Laura, the spirit of his murdered love, who has been safely ensconced in heaven, or someplace that looks a lot like it, before all the forces of hell tore the veil to take her down into the depths of utter darkness. But why would they take her? Why would heaven allow her to be taken? And what's Joe going to do when he finally learns the secret behind her situation? Be assured that someone's going down for this, and going down hard. For the best of the rest this week from DC Comics, we've got Batman Black and White number 3 of 6. It's another spectacular selection of adventures by some of comics' top talents, with Tales of the Dark Knight by Lee Bermejo, Marv Wolfman, Ryan Hughes, Damon Scott, and Paul Dini. Next we have Batman Superman number 5, when the new Toymaster uses a secret, potentially deadly element in his new video game. The characters created by players manifest in real life. The ultimate fighting game results, and a worldwide network of players must team up to create the most powerful, skilled superhero imaginable with one goal: to kill Batman. Can Superman come to the rescue before the game claims its victim? Find out in this amazing issue that's printed in a special horizontal storytelling format. We also have Earth 2 number 17. Batman fights to keep Brutal and the forces of Darkseid from taking complete control of Earth, beginning a new story by Tom Taylor of Injustice: Gods Among Us. We also have Green Arrow number 25, a Batman 0-year tie-in. He's just returned from the island and must try to find his place in the world. Now Oliver Queen becomes Green Arrow for the first time as he battles Killer Moth in Gotham City. And we have Superman Unchained number 4. Superman rushes to stop Ascension's attack and kicks off a huge battle with Wraith. Besieged on all sides, Superman has no choice but to call in some powerful friends. From Marvel Comics, we've got Captain America number 13, Loose Nuke Part 3. The main event, Captain America vs. Nuke, with the lives of thousands and a nation's future on the line. The Iron Nail rises again. The first appearance of Captain America's newest arch-nemesis is not to be missed. Next we have Captain Marvel number 17, the Carol Court issue, the special oversized issue to end all oversized issues. In the aftermath of The Enemy Within, Carol Danvers must rebuild her memories through the eyes of her biggest fan. Find out why this is such a fan-beloved series. We also have Daredevil Dark Knights number 6 of 8. Matt Murdock is brought to the Caribbean by a client fleeing persecution, and he's got a new partner for this case, the fearless defender herself, Misty Knight. Daredevil legend Jimmy Palmiotti teams with rising star Tony Silas for his latest, greatest Dark Knight event, In the Name of the King. Next we have Iron Man number 18. An all-new arc begins, Iron Metropolitan Part 1. Tony Stark has returned from space with a vision of a better world. Who is his secret ally? What is his secret resource? Who on Earth would stop him? The Mandarin is dead. He died at the end of Fraction's run. There's probably a reason why we're mentioning it. We've also got Longshot saves the Marvel Universe number 1 of 4. When someone is targeting the lucky for death, it won't take long before the luckiest X-Man, Longshot, is in the killer's sights. But things quickly go from bad to worse as superheroes, villains, all of S.H.I.E.L.D., and even cosmic entities have it out for our boy. Is Longshot finally in over his head? Or can he beat the odds and save the Marvel Universe when no one else can? And we've got Marvel Knights Spider-Man number 2 of 5. Spider-Man's got 99 problems, and a race against time is one of them. Spider-Man finds himself thousands of miles above the planet, fighting for his life against some of his greatest foes. From Boom Studios, we've got Robocop Last Stand number 4 of 8. Roaring down the burning streets of a dying city in a juiced cruiser, Robocop must disappear into the night or meet his end by the onslaught of OCP officers on his tail. Barely functioning and fighting to maintain consciousness, Robocop will need all the help he can get to survive. From Dark Horse Comics, we've got Michael Avon Oeming's The Victories number 6, with all superheroes ordered to internment camps until research can prove that they aren't a diseased risk to humanity, and one of the world's most powerful heroes now a mind slave to mysterious powers who will stand to save humanity from the shadowy group taking over the world. From Image Comics, we've got East of West number 7, The Quest. Death begins his great hunt, lines are drawn among the chosen, and the ranger picks up the scent of his prey. And we've got Fatale number 18, nominated for more 2013 Eisner Awards than any other comic. Everything goes wrong when Josephine appears in a Seattle band's music video, and her effect on those who desire her runs wild as the most exciting arc of Fatale continues. And remember, each issue of Fatale contains extra content, artwork, and articles that are only available in the printed single issues. And from Valiant Entertainment, we've got Quantum and Woody number 5, all new arc, all new jumping on point, all new problems. Eric and Woody have had their lives turned upside down. What do you do when the most annoying person in your life is also the only thing keeping you alive? You move in with him and his goat and his barely legal cloned girlfriend. Besides, every team of heroes needs a secret headquarters, and this one has a slightly used hot tub. Plus, Quantum meets his first true supervillain. Out in trades this week, we've got Invincible Universe Volume 1 trade paperback. In the aftermath of Invincible, the death of everyone, Dinosaurus has left his mark on the world. Can heroes from across the universe, Invincible, the Guardians of the Globe, Tech Jacket, the Astounding Wolfman, and more, contain the damage? Or are the end times of the Invincible Universe ahead? Collects Invincible Universe number 1 through 6. Next, we have Batman Night of the Owls trade paperback. In these stories from Batman 8 and 9, Batman Annual number 1, Detective Comics number 9, Batman the Dark Knight number 9, Batwing number 9, Batman and Robin number 9, Red Hood and the Outlaws number 9, Birds of Prey number 9, Batgirl number 9, Nightwing 8 and 9, and All-Star Western number 9. Evil spreads across Gotham City as Red Robin, Batwing, Robin, Batgirl, the Birds of Prey, Nightwing, and even Catwoman find themselves in a battle coming from all sides. We also have Daredevil by Frank Miller and Klaus Janson Omnibus, hardcover, new printing. Frank Miller's spellbinding scripts and pulse-pounding pencils herald one of Daredevil's greatest eras, just in time for the Kingpin and Bullseye's effort to rob the man without fear of everything he holds dear. Featuring the first appearance of Elektra, Stick in the Hand, the daring discovery that drew Ben Urich into Daredevil's domain of darkness, and such forgotten yet formidable foes as Deathstalker and the Gladiator, guest starring the Hulk, the Avengers, and Power Man and Iron Fist. Collecting Daredevil number 158 to 161 and 163 to 191, and material from What If number 28. And we have Hawkeye Volume 1 hardcover, the must-read sleeper hit book of 2012. Clint Barton, aka the self-made hero Hawkeye, breakout star of the Avengers film, fights for justice and good rooftop barbecues. And with young Avenger Kate Bishop by his side, it's double the Hawkeye and double the trouble as they battle Superstorm Sandy, Digital Doomsday, Dog Detectives, Lady Problems, Murder for Money, tracksuited killers, and more. It's cars, guns, and videotape as Matt Fraction and Dave Aja reunite for this exciting, adventurous reinvention of the Arrowed Avenger. Plus, relive Kate's first meeting with Clint as she learns wanting something can be miles away from actually earning it. And most important, Pizza Dog gets his own story. Can he solve the grisly murder that shocked Team Hawkeye? Who knows? He's a dog. Collecting Hawkeye number 1 through 11 and Young Avengers Presents number 6. Okay, so that's just a few of my favorite books out this week. There's still plenty of others available, and I broke out all of the Marvel titles this week in their own video, as well as a separate video for all of DC, and even a video at the top independent publishers, and you can find them all on my YouTube channel at he'sgotissues.com. And we'll also have links up on the leagueofnerds.com, our Facebook page, so be sure to like us there too. And of course, you can follow everything I'm reading on Facebook, Pinterest, Tumblr, or Twitter, and you can find links to everything in the About section at he'sgotissues.com. And a reminder, both He's Got Issues and the League of Nerds are proud members of the Comics Podcast Network. So until next week, I'm John Cooney, and I've got issues.